One of the biggest differences between working for yourself and working for someone else is that you need to decide what direction to take, and you need to motivate yourself to keep doing what has the most impact, not what you enjoy. If you're struggling to either set goals or keep on track, you could pay thousands for mentors, for coaches, or you could do it for free and get yourself an accountability partner. An accountability partner helps keep you on track, heading towards your goals, and you do the same for them. It's been a game changer for me. Honestly, I was about to pay an agency thousands to do all of my social media, but then I realised I'm a bit of a control freak, still wanted to do it myself. So instead I partnered with an ex-colleague and who's working in a similar space, but for a different target audience. And every week we catch up, we go through this accountability tracker that I show you. It's enjoyable, we both benefit. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up this accountability tracker yourself and how you can get the most out of your meetings. Let's get started. The first time you use this tracker, you'll need to think about your long-term goals and who your customers are. If you're crystal clear already, this will be super quick. If you're not, that's okay. This process will help you get clarity. Once it's all set up, it should only take you 20 to 30 minutes each week to run through with your accountability partner. Okay, let's start with the basics. Business name, self-explanatory, and then let's have a look at defining your strategy. You've got your main audience. It's really important to keep your target audience in mind. Who are you actually talking to? Be specific. The world is becoming super niche and unfortunately also quite divided. But if you try and talk to everyone, you'll end up not talking to anyone. And you should probably be more specific than I am here. Think about your ideal customer, a current customer or a past customer. Next, your main proposition. You should be able to sum this up in one sentence. If it's not clear to you, it's not going to be clear to your audience. Then your value proposition. This is where we put in a few more details, but still keep it short. We want to know your audience's problem, your solution, so how you're going to fix it, and any unique selling points that you have. Next, we've got your main goal. What does success look like to you? And why do you want to achieve it? It's easy to say you want to make £1 million, but is that really it? Maybe you actually want financial freedom. Maybe you want to quit a job that you hate. Maybe in that case, all you need to do is replace your current income plus a bit of a buffer. Or maybe if what you're after is the flexibility, be able to decide where and when you can work. Once you've thought more about why you want to do it, you might want to go back and adjust that main goal to be a little bit more meaningful and also achievable, because if something's not achievable, you're going to run out of energy trying to reach something that just seems to get further and further away. Then we've got our broad plan. What do you need to do in order to reach your goals? Think high level. Do you need to upskill, for example, get better at pitching your product, get product feedback, or do you need to build an audience or start collecting email addresses, hire team members? And then we're going to get a little bit more specific now. We're going to look at milestones. These are here to help you measure whether you're on track or not. You want 3 to 5 milestones and they should all be traceable. For example, you might want 5,000 YouTube subscribers in 3 months. You might want 10 projects delivered within the next 6 months, 5 new customer reviews in the 6 months. These should be kind of heading towards your broad plan. So if it's build trust and credibility, your first milestone should be about growing audiences and building up a kind of backlog of reviews and social proof. And then we've got our assets. We need to start thinking about how we can achieve this. Let's fix the windows because I can't see the top anymore. Right, it's really useful to have your assets written down. You've probably got more than you realise. It's very easy to forget what you have, and can use, especially if you're in a down moment. But then if you have this list here, you can refer back to it to remind yourself of what resources you have and what you can use to kind of keep moving you forward. You want to list out things like your social following, your professional network, your past clients, any relevant experience that you've got, any tools or systems that you currently use, anything that you've got that can help you and your business. Then next, we want to acknowledge our challenges. We need to be realistic. What are the restrictions, challenges, anything that can prevent you from achieving your tasks? Be honest about your limitations. So time is usually a big one, right? Maybe this is a side hustle and you've got a main job to maintain. You might have young kids or other carer responsibilities, and you know that's going to impact the time that you have available. You might have a big holiday coming up, a wedding, a baby coming along, tendencies to overcommit. Knowing all of these can help you plan better and say no to things that are starting to get in the way. And also, talking through these can help you and your partner come up with ways around them. And just basically be more realistic. So these are all of our long-term business and employment goals, and these should stay relatively consistent. Next, we're going to look at our weekly routine and what we're going to do in our weekly check-ins. Each week, you'll meet with your partner and you will answer. What are you going to do this week? Use SMART objectives. That stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's group all of the assets and the challenges, as we don't want to see these every week. Move those up. We just want to refer to them when needed, and we want to be able to see our main goal and our milestones better, as the objectives need to link back to them in order to make them relevant. Right, see, relevant, there's your R. These objectives also need to be specific, measurable, achievable, and time-bound. For example, if you're looking to grow a YouTube channel, you can't say, I'm going to get more subscribers. That's not something that you can control. But you can post a video every Thursday. Then you can check against your milestones, and once you've given it a reasonable chance, see if that is helping you reach your milestone, or if you need to change anything. If you want to improve your credibility, maybe we need more testimonials. We could email 5 past clients asking them for a review. Make sure you have a number to make it measurable. And then we could also update our website with the testimonials. These are tasks that you should be able to complete in the next week or by a set date. You should match back to your previous milestones. We can't guarantee they're going to work, but the idea is to encourage action and test weekly and not to overthink anything. If something's working, you can double down on it. If it's not, you can discuss with your partner whether you want to pivot or be a little bit more patient. I'm going to add in checkboxes here. Just go insert checkbox. So you can tick once you've completed and add in a date for when you plan to complete your tasks by. Go to data, data validation, add a new rule, is valid date. Done. Then if you double click on a cell, you get a calendar pop up and can select a date. Let's put in some dates. And I don't like this format. I think you should always be able to see the months. So go to format, custom format, and change to date. 3 M's so that we can see the 3 letter dates. And we only need 2 digits for the year. If something keeps getting pushed back, ask yourself, do I really want to do this, or am I kidding myself? If you're having trouble deciding what your objectives should be for the week, you can also start with a brain dump of everything that you can do. This is also handy if you have random ideas. You can put them in here for later and then just do your prioritization once a week. Or if you finish a task really early, pick up a new one earlier. But it's not a to-do list, so shouldn't be too overwhelming. You shouldn't be looking at that thinking, oh my God, I need to do everything. You only need to do what your SMART objectives are that week. Right, once you've got your list, you can discuss, is it likely to have a big impact and how long do you estimate it to take? And you can copy the formatting with the formatting brush. Let's double click on the columns to open them up and centre these. Stick in some estimates for impact where 1 is low, 5 is the highest, and add in some time estimates. Really, they're not days, they're efforts. Which kind of incorporates how much I like or don't like a task, to be honest. Then we're going to add in a score where we look at the impact and subtract the effort. And you can copy the formatting with the formatting brush. Now add a rank. So rank, bracket, select the cell that you want to rank, and then all of those that you want to rank against. I want 1 to be low, so I can stick in a 0. Drag down. The comparison data hasn't been fixed, so F4 to make sure you're comparing the same data each time. We can now see which tasks we can add above. So think about what's a priority, what's a quick win, what can be broken out into smaller tasks. Our aim is to have a realistic list of things that we want to achieve in the coming weeks. The next couple of sections are more for motivation and learnings. So what are your wins? Reflect on your wins during the week. They can be really minor, like a like on a post, or a massive one like bagging a 20k sale. Reminding you of these things and hearing what your partner's achieved is just really good for keeping the motivation up and seeing that what you are doing is having some impact. But similarly, we also should look at what didn't work. So go through any challenges that you've had. This could be anything that hasn't worked, anything that you can learn from each other. Your partner may have been through it before and have some suggestions, or you can avoid making the same mistakes as they have. Or if it's something you can't avoid, then maybe just be ready for something that's coming up. And that's it. That's our accountability tracker. Once you've filled it in for your business, duplicate that tab for your partner. Right click, rename. This one's Bloomfield. Right click, duplicate. Rename to your partner. Let's delete all of the info which was specific to Bloomfield analysis, but I'm going to leave the examples in the Bloomfield tab in case you want some ideas. And then I don't like grid lines, so to remove, go to view, untick grid lines. Let's delete any unnecessary columns. Control P to see what it looks like. If you print it and then change that to portrait, repeat for the original tracker tab. Okay, cool. Looking good. A couple of admin points. Agree on a regular time to catch up. Even if you can only make 15 minutes or have to reschedule, just make sure it's in the diary. I recommend asking a colleague or someone that you've worked with before, as they will have a good understanding of your strengths. But maybe if you are looking for a partner, drop in a comment below and maybe somebody else is in the same boat and you guys can partner up. Hopefully this helps. Honestly, this system's been a huge help for me, motivation and just kind of clearing out my head just talking to somebody. It helps, to be honest. It's just really useful having somebody to talk to and also to hear from them. If you want to download this accountability tracker, check out the description below. Thanks. Bye.